Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop my next one. You guys, Brian McKnight is really feeling the visceral from social media as his comments concerning his older children has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. I'm going to get into his commentary and I'm going to get into this brief TikTok, then come back with my commentary. You guys, this is a complete hot mess.
So lastly this week, I want to big up my man right here. See, he gets it. In order to live a life that you love, you have to get rid of the evil and the negativity, even if that evil and negativity is related. We want everyone to live a life that you love. Our hashtag, that's what it means. Hashtag I love our life. But in order to do that, you have to get rid of all that evil and negativity. There's so many angry and upset and negative people out there. We want to use our platform as a place of positivity, a positivity platform. So hopefully, who knows, next week, maybe I'll only respond to positive comments. But we'll see. We'll see you next week.
Brian McKnight cancels his show in Detroit because they was flaming him in the comments. Now, shout out to Phil over on Twitter because he said, update, Brian McKnight's upcoming concert in Detroit has been canceled. Now, prior to Brian McKnight canceling that show, Phil had tweeted that he was getting cooked in the Facebook comments. Now, over on the Motor City Casino page on Facebook, they were stating that Brian McKnight was supposed to be performing on June 9th. I could pause to read it, but it just says smooth tunes with Brian McKnight, so check it out and get your tickets, blase swaze. But over in the comment section, Detroit was standing on business, okay? So the first person said he might as well retire. He might as well retire. Now that person by the name of Jones Robin followed up and says, tell him bring his kids and we might come. Another person said, wouldn't even go if it was free. I wouldn't go. I would not go. And if you don't know why, let me show you. Now shout out to page 6 because they actually chronicalized all the misdeeds that Brian McKnight had been inflicting on his poor little children. And if you didn't want to read the article, here's a tweet that summarizes the entire page 6 article. Now when I got to the comments of Phil's post, somebody said, well, he got to start back at 1. Maybe if Brian McKnight didn't spend the latter half of his career dissing his biological children, he wouldn't have to start back at 1. And no, for real, shout out to Detroit for standing on business. Because what brain cell did Brian McKnight really think he was going to go to an all-black city and perform?
All right, so you guys just got a brief lowdown on some of the instances of what is going on with Brian McKnight and the verbiage that he used about his older children. And I'm going to say this, whatever mess has been going on behind the scenes, it seemed like it's been building up for a very long time. Now, as you guys can see, everybody is literally dragging and canceling Brian McKnight online. And I definitely do agree with this. Whatever has been going on with him and his children should have been handled behind the scenes, a long time ago. It does seem like it is bubbling up. I did find an old video from last year concerning some of the things that had been happening with Brian McKnight and his children. I'm about to play a little bit of that clip right now, and I am definitely going to say this. Brian McKnight should have definitely sought therapy and handled all of these things behind the scenes because honestly, your audience really is black females, and the way that you are disrespecting your children is incomprehensible. So I'm about to play his comments, you guys. Then I'm going to come back with my commentary, and then we'll just go from there.
Another thing a lot of people have been talking about is the lawsuit my adult daughter Brianna brought against me a few years ago. There's been a lot of misinformation about the case and a lot of people who don't know what happened acting like they do. I think it is important to clear up some of that misinformation. In 2020, my biological daughter Brianna sued me for defamation and breach of contract. I posted a page from the lawsuit here and the file number down below so you can look this up for yourself. And you will see that she did not ask for an apology or even ask that I remove the alleged false statement from the internet. All she asked for and all she wanted was money. The case was dismissed before there was any decision whether my statement about her was defamatory. We settled the case earlier this year, and I agreed to pay Brianna some money, but here's the interesting part. She sued me for defamation and breach of $1 million life insurance policy, and I agreed to pay her $318,000 with no admission of any wrongdoing whatsoever. You heard that right. She dismissed $1 million case in exchange for payment of $318,000 with no admission that I did anything wrong and no requirement that I retract my statement or remove it from the internet. If someone said that I did something I didn't do and I won a case proving that I didn't, I demand a public apology. I demand an acknowledgement of wrongdoing. And I demand a retraction of statements. The face value of that life insurance policy was $300,000 with $18,000 worth of interest. I did not defame her. I made no false statements. I made up no stories. You can do what you will with that information in deciding who you think won the case. I know that some people on the internet would rather not know the truth about what happened, but for those of you with an open mind who are more interested in facts than rumors, I hope this helps explain what really happened in that case. Finally, I want to address the abandonment issue for the last time. Those kids and I have had a long history of conflicts, mutual estrangements, and resolutions. But there was a time when we were truly a successfully blended family. Julia, Jack, BJ, Nico, and Brianna. Our home was filled with love and acceptance, so much so that the kids were all calling each other siblings, contrary to the picture that's been painted online. Christmases, birthdays, Thanksgivings, Friendsgivings, all spent together, even standing up for me as my best man in our wedding, along with their brother Jack, which I posted a pic of here. Shortly thereafter, the same conflict over money arose again. We parted ways, and the next thing I knew, there were 2 posts from Brian and Brianna in 2019 telling the world a completely different narrative for the reason why. I never abandoned anyone. Our estrangement was mutual, but those posts made any roads towards reconciliation and acknowledging them a dead issue. And I changed my will the next day. I've spent the last 30 plus years building a recognized, respectable name, and ironically, there are still people out there who are trying to smear my name while still carrying it, hoping to use it for their own benefit. I make absolutely no apologies for naming my infant son Brian. I want him and the world to know that he is the one who is my true legacy. So I'll be over here, continuing to love and protect my wife and our children as we continue to love our life.
All right, so you guys just heard a little bit about what Brian McKnight said. You guys can visit his social media channels if you want to hear more concerning that. I am just going to say this. He was, kind of huge in the 90s. He definitely had some hits. And he's definitely not an angel. I do believe that he has a child, I believe, outside of his first marriage. However, you want to spin it, whatever happened, between whenever they had a happier life to now, and the amount of visceral going through this family at this time. I mean, first, I'm just going to say prayers to everybody involved in this. There definitely needs to be some healing going on. But on another note, to come online and speak about your children and calling them names like this, then expecting your majority black female audience, who really is the people putting money in your pocket, to come out of money, paying for hotel rooms, getting their hair done, buying these excessively expensive tickets, and to show up and root for you, that's just not going to happen. I do think that Brian McKnight has definitely lost a lot of fans over this. Me personally, I've never seen him in concert. However, I do remember listening to his songs uh, 20 years ago. I did enjoy them. However, that is neither here nor there. You know, you cannot bring this level of disrespect, no matter how your children are treating you, to bring this level of disrespect online and then, you know, to basically say, like, okay, I just don't have a relationship with them at all. And this is my new family. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to name my new son Brian, even though you already have a son named Brian. You know, it's pretty wild. People are just not standing for this. He has literally been canceled at this point. Now, I'm also seeing that tickets for his other concerts have not been selling very well. It's to be told at this point if those will be canceled too. And honestly, I do think that as his money revenue starts to dry up, he might be singing a different tune. So I'm definitely going to be looking into this. I definitely want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Respectfully, share your comments. Until next time, you guys, be safe. Enjoy your day. Bye, guys.